Hey, I'm gonna head up to the backyard. I've seen on, on social media where folks from Arkansas and Oklahoma and even Virginia are finding morel mushrooms right now. This is March 9th here in our homestead, so we're gonna go check to see what kind of growth we have up here in the mountain. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I'm getting out of the house today. We got a rainstorm in here, but there's a little bit of snow out, but enough rain melted some of the snow in this is my backyard, and it's clear of snow up here on the mountain, but up here under the trees is less snow, and I can see where the goats have been back here foraging, which they should be. They should be back here foraging. But I come back here, I'm gonna look for some morel mushrooms. Like I said in the bumper, I've been seeing where my friends on social media are coming up with morel mushrooms in Virginia, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. So I'm gonna look for some here. Typically, I found that they don't sprout around here in our region till right around Mother's Day, which is May. But this is March. I've been skunked for the last couple of years. First 2 years I found them, but the rest of the years I didn't. So I'm going to try earlier to see if they've sprouted this time. We'll see. If anything, at least I got out of the house. I got my backyard. It's like 43 degrees out, so it's not too cold. And I get some exercise. Yeah, I'm trying to get down to my goal weight of 185. Right now I weigh 196. Haven't got too much farther to go, but by golly, I'm getting there. Yeah, just a little bit of snow on the ground. A lot of game trails up here. These are the ones I like to walk on. I wonder if my goats up here foraging, they have free range of this part of the land. If they're eating all the mushrooms, that's why I'm not finding any. Could be. I don't know, but it looks like they've been up here a lot. So is the deer population. Yeah, I'm not finding any mushrooms. Too cold, probably. Don't know why the rest of the country's having luck with them. I'm just not finding them right now. Not finding them at all. That root ball right there is worth a lot of money. That is a madrone. That is probably the biggest madrone I have on my property right now. The leaves are medicinal, the bark is edible, the wood is makes beautiful furniture. It's a red wood, and of course the root balls can be turned into dishes, bowls and stuff, or sliced and turned into tables and other furniture. But this is my backyard. So the rain is picking up. I guess I'll head back to the house. Boy, the goats and the deer have really cleaned it up back here. At least they're keeping the poison oak cleaned up. I understand that once a goat gets a taste of poison oak, that's their choice to eat first before anything else. And let me show you this. These little sticks sticking up, all those little sticks, that's all poison oak. Right now it's safe to walk out here, but when the leaves start coming out, oh boy. I've pretty much got immune to poison oak now. I've lived among it for so many years. So eating goat milk that from goats that eat poison oak, you can develop an immunity to the poison oak as well. The same goes with native bee honey and bee pollen. If you have allergies, I heard it said that eating the honey from native honey sources, it'll help you with some allergies that you may have. Yeah, here's my fence line right here. This is my cross fencing, and I've got some field fencing I was going to put in along here and keep the goats from going back up to my back of the property for the sole reason of maintaining my mushroom crop and then opening it up after mushroom season and letting the goats have their way with it back. Anyway, this is the boundary. This is the backyard. It's 300 feet by 300 feet, encompassing that mountain and all that timber. And this is the front pasture. It's 300 feet by 300 feet. And you can see how well the goats have cultivated it. I mean, munched it down to where there's no fuels for wildfires to catch and cause an inferno. That's why goats are a huge advantage to have on a homestead. Right here is the evidence. Right there. That's the evidence, because they'll eat up all the limbs and the leaves from the trees up as far as they can reach. You know, the bigger breed of goat you have, the higher they can reach, the better off you're going to be with wildfire mitigation. Yeah, look at that. Especially around my outbuildings. I've got no fuels. They're going to catch on fire around my outbuildings. Fire doesn't have a chance. Now, the neighbor's property across the way on the other side of my fence over there, now that is a fire hazard, but fire's not going to do much damage over here. There's just no fuel for it. goats are taking care of it. Yep. This is the backyard. This is what you guys rarely get to see, is the backyard. There's my water storage tank, my water well, and then there's nothing back here. See, all the fuels are cleaned out. I've spent a lot of years working and cutting it out, burning it up, and then got the goats and they came in and did the rest. And that way, with my buildings being all metal, with metal roofs, they're relatively safe from wildfires. So I'm not going to worry. And look how they're keeping it munched down close to the fence line. I'm not worrying about fire, not anymore. Plus I have this big storage tank. Fill it up with water, use the hose as a gravity feed down to help wet things down in case I need extra water when the power goes out. Because sometimes the fire will burn power lines and knock your power out. But I've got I got backup. And like I said before in the previous video, I'm outfitting a propane powered generator. Reason why, the well runs on 220. A generator I have is 220. It runs on gas. I'm getting a conversion kit to run it on propane, not gasoline. Propane stores indefinitely, and propane fed engines start up quicker than gas powered engines, and you have less of a maintenance issue and gumming up of the carburetor issue with propane. So this gets a house built around it, insulated and protected, and then a propane bottle gets stuck in here with a generator, a 220 generator, and that will be backup power for back here on the back part of my homestead, and supply power to the well when the power grid goes down. And then that way, that'll help us get completely off of the public commercial power grid altogether, because I do have a windmill in the garden, I have our wind turbine, and I have solar panels. We're adding more solar panels. We're putting in new batteries to store power through the night. So we're going to get the work on that over the next year or two. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me. It depends on revenue coming in, because like I said, I was retired. I'm on Social Security, but I do have other means of income coming in. So I'll talk about that later on a retirement video on how I'm dealing with retirement financially. I know there's a lot of people interested in that, especially when they're my age. I'll be 65 this year, and I want to share with you guys some of my tips and tricks at retiring, with how one can retire with zero savings. Yeah. And be debt free and own everything, own the whole homestead. Well, no mushrooms today, but I did get out of the house and went for a walk up in my backyard. Not much of a walk. It's just like 800 feet from the back door up to the back. But what that's 1,600 feet round trip. I don't know how long it is. And I got to talk to you guys. Anyway, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Leave a comment, share our videos, be safe, always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next adventure. Bye-bye now.